This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. It's a case that made international headlines. To some people, it remains a mystery. To others, a case where a killer was set free. Now, 9 years after Kaylee Anthony was killed, her mother, Casey Anthony, is finally talking. ABC's Alex Stone has her story.
I'm still not even certain as I stand here today about what happened.
That's the voice of Casey Anthony in her first interview since being acquitted of her daughter's murder.
Kaylee would be 12 this year. I would like to think she'd be listening to classic rock and playing sport.
The now 30-year-old answering questions but refusing to appear on video.
I did what I was told. I don't remember too much of what happened.
The story of little Kaylee Anthony has mesmerized the country since the 2-year-old disappeared in 2008. Eventually, Anthony would be indicted on several charges, including murder.
The jury found the defendant not guilty.
A jury acquitted Anthony of murder but did find her guilty of lying to law enforcement.
People lie to the cops every day. Cops lie to people every day. I'm just one of the unfortunate idiots who admitted that they lied.
At her murder trial, Anthony's defense team claimed Kaylee drowned. Now she says she doesn't know what happened.
Everyone else has their theories. I don't know.
The judge from the trial has a different theory. He believes Anthony killed her daughter by accident.
I think based upon the evidence, the most logical thing that happened was that she tried to knock her daughter out by the use of chloroform and gave her too much chloroform, which caused her daughter to die.
Casey Anthony still maintains she didn't do it, and she offers no explanation for past behavior.
I don't give a about what anybody thinks about me. I don't care about that. I never will. I'm okay with myself. I sleep pretty good at night.
Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Casey Anthony now lives with and works for a private detective, the same man who was the lead investigator on her defense team. A wave of bomb threats are targeting at least 4 Jewish community centers in New York, Wisconsin, and South Florida. Police in Davie, just west of Fort Lauderdale, say someone called in a threat to the David Posnack Jewish Community Center. Police put the center on lockdown, and students were directed to a gym to stay out of the rain. This is the second time the facility has been evacuated in 2 weeks. The Jewish Community Center Association says the bomb threats were emailed or phoned in overnight or early this morning. Protesters in Washington, D.C. are rallying against President Donald Trump's new travel ban. The executive order is similar to the ban a federal court blocked last month. But unlike the initial measure, this new one exempts green card and visa holders. But activists say the new rule targets Muslims and is unfair to people from 6 Muslim-majority countries impacted by the ban.
What it is shocking is that Trump would be so kind of open about the reason it's doing it. This, we still try to adjust things as national security, but all along the campaign trail, Trump has made it very clear that he doesn't want Muslims coming to this country.
President Trump says the order is a move to protect the nation from terrorist activities by foreign nationals admitted to the U.S. Police arrested at least 5 people today who were protesting in the Reagan Building's lobby. U.S. Senator Marco Rubio has now been handed his second eviction notice in Florida because of loud protests. A landlord in Jacksonville says the Miami Republican has until April 30th to leave his office there. The landlord decided not to renew his month-to-month lease in part because the building is next to a pediatric behavioral clinic. Just last week, a landlord said Rubio's lease for his Tampa office would not be renewed because of regular protests that have become too disruptive to other nearby tenants. The Longboat Key Police Department is releasing a report on the number of bicycle accidents on the island. And as ABC7's Dwayne Lindo shows us, the latest accident report is prompting police to keep bike riders safe.
Well, Scott, this is a popular bike lane that stretches about 10 miles throughout the length of Longboat Key. And although there are only a handful of bicycle accidents each year, Longboat Key officials are warning drivers and bike riders to obey traffic rules and to keep an eye out.
We usually ride it every single day. We ride everywhere. We ride down to the grocery store, we ride down to St. Arbram Circle.
But riding on a busy roadway can have its dangers. It was only last month a bicyclist suffered severe injuries, rear-ended by a car coming up from behind him. Arguably the most serious bicycle accident on Longboat Key since 2011.
Yeah, the bicycle on impact was thrown up onto the car and over the roof of the car and onto the road where he suffered fairly serious injury.
According to the Longboat Key Police Department, there has been a total of 22 accidents involving bicycles since 2011. 2016 having the most accidents with a total of 5. And with 3 accidents occurring in the last 2 months, it's on pace to surpass last year. Police Chief Pete Cummings says it's a statistic they want to reduce.
We attend homeowners association groups, we attend community annual and quarterly meetings and so forth, and we educate on bicycle safety.
And although Longboat Key is considered the safest small city in the country according to town manager Dave Bullock, many of those accidents occur due to operator error.
You know, if a bicyclist wanders out of the lane or a car wanders in the lane, you know, you have that. Sometimes someone does something illegal against the law, and, you know, we watch carefully for it.
Bullock says with common sense and good judgment, both cyclists and motorists can use the road, reducing injuries.
Just because you have a right to the road, whether you're a bike or a car, don't put yourself in a place where someone else is in danger from your behavior.
A warning many cyclists are taking to heart.
I look both ways before crossing the street. I use my bells, and I keep my distance between people to just make it hard to have any accidents.
And according to Florida bicycle laws, riders under the age of 16 must wear a fitted helmet, and it's also recommended for adults as well. Reporting on Longboat Key, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
All right, Dwayne, thank you so much. You can see a mix of blue sky and a few clouds in the sky above Longboat Key today. Let's get the latest on our weather tonight with Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Thanks, Scott. A beautiful day out there in the bay at 1 o'clock this afternoon. You can see winds weren't as windy as they were on Monday and over the weekend, but they were still a bit breezy at times out there out on the waters especially. And you can see as we move through time here, you can see some clouds kind of increasing. That's a result of that east wind bringing in some moisture from the Atlantic all the way across the state. And then here, there's a chance for a few sprinkles at all. We won't see much accumulation at all in terms of any kind of significant rainfall. Right now, cloudy skies at the airport. It's 78 degrees. The dew point is rising now. It's at 56 degrees. Winds out of the southeast at 13. The pressure is still high, 30-24, but that is weakening with the approach of this cold front. More on the front coming up in just a few minutes, Scott.
All right, Bob, thank you. A 25-mile stretch of I-75 near Naples has been shut down because of a large wildfire. The Naples Daily News reporting the 6,000-acre fire forcing the Florida Highway Patrol to close the western section of Alligator Alley. People living in several nearby communities have also been evacuated. Workers from Florida Forest Service and Florida Fish and Wildlife and firefighters from Collier, Sarasota, Lee, and Charlotte counties worked through the night Monday and into today battling this fire. It started Sunday and then spread throughout eastern Collier County. The fire is now about 30% contained. An update tonight on the abandoned Northport golf course, Sable Trace. The course closed in 2015 after the owners could no longer afford to keep it open. Now it could be causing problems with drainage. ABC7's Christopher Brantley has more from Northport.
Good evening. For several years, the Sable Trace golf course has sat completely vacant. And as you can see, nature has pretty much taken over. So much so, in fact, that many worry that come the raining season, this place will become a lake.
This floods or fills up to help slow down the flow of water. It goes from here into this retention pond.
Jim Glass lives right up against the Sable Trace golf course. He explained that this area isn't supposed to be so overgrown.
If this is not cleaned out, we're going to have tremendous water problems through the whole area.
When it rains, the water from Glass's neighborhood drains here. But because the golf course is closed and obviously not maintained, the city of Northport has to step in.
Wells Fargo has foreclosed on the property, therefore making Wells Fargo the individual that's responsible for abatement of the particular situation.
Unless the bank steps up, Neighborhood Services Director Scott Williams says the city will have to hire a company to come out and clean up these drainage ditches. The bill for that would be added to the $11,000 in fines already against the property.
The property would be liened and we would collect it on the closing on the property.
Last year, it seemed as if a developer would purchase the property and spruce it back up, but Glass tells us that idea has stopped.
Unfortunately, he wasn't able to secure the loan from the bank.
City says they would prefer the bank to do the work, but if the bank doesn't, City said they're not going to wait much longer before they do it themselves. In Northport, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Christopher, thank you. Here in Florida, kids must either take the state standardized test or be held back. A 3-judge appeals court in Tallahassee ruling that school districts have a right to hold third graders back when they score badly on a mandated standardized reading test. The judges threw out a ruling that state school districts must consider options other than students' performance on the Florida Standards Assessment Test when deciding to promote a student or not. The decision is disappointing to parents who have tried to opt their kids out of those standardized tests. It's an exciting day for ABC7. ABC's hit show The View is broadcasting live this week from Disney World in Orlando, and our own Stephanie Roberts was there with them today.
Hey guys, we have spent the day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park at Walt Disney World Resort, where ABC's The View is on location for the week. What a great experience. We have certainly enjoyed being at the Animal Kingdom theme park and, of course, getting to see the ladies of The View in action. Great show today. Sherry Shepherd made a homecoming back to the set. The girls were so excited to sit down and talk to her, and she had some great energy. You know, she just moved to LA. We also enjoyed one of the stars of Modern Family, Ariel Winter, you know, the ABC show, stopping by to chit chat with everybody and play some fun Disney themed games. But I want to tell you about what's been happening behind the scenes. So people are getting the chance to interview, to sit down and talk to the ladies of The View. And guess what? We got a chance to do that too. So coming up on Friday on Suncoast View at 4 p.m., you'll get to hear the questions that we asked the ladies of The View to find out exactly what it's like to be on the hot seat for hot topics and things like that. We also had a little fun while we were here at the Animal Kingdom theme park. We're going to tell you about Pandora, which is the new Avatar-themed experience. It is opening at the end of May, so we're going to give you a little bit of a preview of that. And also, I want to tell you about the River of Lights. These are all new, exciting things happening right here at the Animal Kingdom theme park. But great to have ABC's The View down here with us. We've seen friends from Bradenton, from Sarasota, and we also welcomed our contest winners from ABC7 here with us at The View on location. So it's been a jam-packed day. We're getting ready to head back to the Suncoast, but we've got lots to share. You won't want to miss the celebrations on location from The View the rest of this week, and of course Suncoast View coming up at 4 p.m. From Orlando at Walt Disney World, the happiest place on earth, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Stephanie. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, the new health care plan, what's included in the House Republicans' long-awaited proposal, and how it's different from Obamacare. Details coming up.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPV.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, ANDservices.com.
Republicans are now revealing their plan to repeal and replace Obamacare, but not everyone appears united on that idea. Sunland Serfady shows us how the plan works.
It is Obamacare gone.
House Republicans unveiling their long-awaited replacement of Obamacare.
When we repeal and replace Obamacare, it will amount to the biggest entitlement reform probably at least the last 20 years.
Central to their bill, the American Health Care Act, the elimination of the individual and employer mandate, a tax penalty for people without insurance. The replacement, a continuous coverage incentive, a 30% surcharge on premiums for consumers for 1 year who let their coverage lapse, levied by insurers. The plan phases out Obamacare's expansion of Medicaid, eventually capping federal funds to the program for each state in 2020. Obamacare subsidies now replaced by refundable tax credits determined by age and income. What will stay? Obamacare's protections of those with pre-existing conditions, and adult children can remain on their parents' plan until the age of 26. Some Republicans are already divided, calling the bill Obamacare 2.0.
I've already heard from some constituents upset about you're creating another entitlement program. We're calling it tax credits that we actually send people checks.
The House Republicans proposing the bill did not offer any estimate of how much their plan would cost or how many people would lose coverage.
The biggest concern I have, will it lower health care costs and premiums to those people that I serve?
The plans will be much less expensive than Obamacare. They'll be far better than Obamacare. It'll be unbelievable.
The White House releasing a statement calling the bill an important step towards restoring health care choices and affordability. Democrats are now gearing up for a fight, rallying against the bill's provision to strip all federal funding to Planned Parenthood, and arguing millions of poor and working-class individuals will lose or be unable to afford health insurance under the plan. Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi calling it the Make America Sick Again bill.
All right, time to get another check on the weather. Here's Bob Harrigan with more.
Well, changing subjects there in gears, we're looking at this cold front now slicing through the southeast United States. The same front that produced tornadoes in Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, and even parts of Illinois last night. Not nearly as intense today as a result of the area of low pressure moving further away from the actual front itself. Still, though, an intense line of storms, and there has been some reported damage with some of the straight line winds, and also there are some severe thunderstorm warnings associated with that line, as well as one isolated tornado. For us, a beautiful day for the most part out on the bay. The winds were strong at times, but generally partly cloudy skies this afternoon in advance of the front. And then elsewhere across the U.S., some cold and windy air moving across parts of the northern plains states. Get set for winter to make a return across the Great Lakes and the Northeast by this weekend. 78 degrees right now. We have some clouds around. Dew point at 56. Winds out of the southeast at 13. The pressure 30-24, and that is falling slightly but still high. 83 the high today, and that's a result of that southeasterly wind flow we saw earlier. 61 was the morning low. Those two numbers running well above the average of 56 and 75. And 32 the record set back in 1920. 89 the record high. No rainfall officially, and we may see a sprinkle here or there, but not much rain anticipated over the upcoming days. Now, there's a chance for a few showers on Thursday, mainly with the front settling over central Florida, but that rain chance is very small. Tomorrow, sunshine. There'll be a few clouds in the afternoon, not as many as we saw today as a result of the wind flow calming down a bit across the region. Well, get a look at the futurecast showing generally Fair skies tomorrow. We'll see just a slight chance, I mentioned, for a few showers over the panhandle of Florida and along the east coast as we move through time. Looks to be pretty good throughout the day on Wednesday, and there are the inland showers. That front kind of weakens and becomes parallel with the upper level wind flow. That means there's not a big push southward. We're not going to cool down much at all, and looks like we'll stay for the most part into the upper 70s for highs on Thursday and Friday. And then as we move through time, high pressure will build back in behind that front and clear things out pretty nicely for Friday and into the weekend. Well, it's 20 in Minot now. That's just a sign of things to come as this cold air is still kind of bottled up to the north. It will slide to the south and east over the upcoming days. Right now it's warm in Detroit, though, 53 degrees there. Out west, another low pressure area and a frontal boundary moving through Washington, Oregon, and Northern California, bringing some clouds and showers there and just some light rain, but moving through parts of the Midwest. The big story, obviously, the strong line of storms moving through the southeast. For boaters, tomorrow, southeasterly winds turn to the southwest at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be 1 to 2 feet and a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The upcoming tide for Sarasota Bay, high tide at 7:50, sunset 4 minutes after 6:30. Well, mostly fair, mild tonight, 63 for your low. We'll have east winds at 5 to 10. For tomorrow, look for warm conditions again, a high near 80, just a few afternoon clouds. Southeast winds switch around with that sea breeze developing, and then the extended forecast, 20% chance for a shower on Thursday and Friday. Saturday looks good. Sunday, it will turn a bit breezy as the front gets close, increasing clouds and a chance for a few showers running in through Tuesday of next week. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Suncoast Traffic Watch, no crashes in the area, but we're seeing traffic backed up on US 41, both the north and southbound lanes of 41 and 301 there near Fruitville Road in Sarasota. Popular bar in downtown Sarasota has closed its doors for good. The World of Beer Tavern on Main Street closed over the weekend and comes after the company revoked a franchise agreement last month with SRQ Beer. News of World of Beer shutting down was disappointing to some of its loyal customers.
I got my first beer here. First beer, guys. I would go here. It's good prices. The food was good, really good. The hospitality was nice. People were always treating me nice, you know. And it sucks that it's going.
Main Street location was the last World of Beer franchise in Sarasota and Manatee counties. SRQ Beer plans to reopen the bar under a new and different concept sometime in the future. Entertainment news is next. Stay with us.
Now's the perfect time to create a custom system with California Closets. During our Door and Drawer event, save up to $500 on beautiful doors and drawers for any room. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
There's a whole new way to bank at Achieva Credit Union with Achieva Checking Plus. Get new unique features like full ID theft protection and online shopping rewards. Plus, it's an interest-bearing account, so you have a little extra for what really matters. Achieva Checking Plus isn't just an account for your money, it's for your life, including cell phone insurance. And that's good to know. Discover the plus at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
A new twist to the mystery surrounding the disappearance of Richard Simmons. Simmons' whereabouts are the focus of a popular podcast that seeks to find out why the white loss guru has been missing from the public eye. On a recent episode of Missing Richard Simmons, Simmons' former masseuse and friend, Mauro Oliveira, said Simmons is being controlled by his housekeeper. But Simmons' publicist says that's not true, and Simmons is choosing just to live a more private life. A British coroner says George Michael died of natural causes as a result of heart disease and a fatty liver. The coroner says a post-mortem found the singer died of a condition that limits the heart's ability to pump blood, and his heart muscle was also inflamed. Michael died at his home in southern England on December 25th. He was 53 years old. Because of the coroner's findings, no inquest will be held. Don't get too used to seeing Alec Baldwin portray Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live. The actor told Extra that his days of impersonating the president are numbered. Baldwin said the maliciousness of the White House has people worried and that he doesn't know how much longer people can take the act. President Trump does not think much of Baldwin's impression, has called the parody totally unbiased, sad, and unwatchable. We'll be right back with more. Stay with us.